How are you? Really? It's a simple question, but depending on what you're going through and who is asking, it's sometimes not so simple to answer. I disappeared for a bit in September, so let me genuinely tell you how things were for me, really, if you're open to listen to the hard parts of life. In the beginning of September, I was excited with a new real idea. But as I was in the middle of filming in a coffee shop, I suddenly felt a pain in my throat and in my mouth, one I've never felt before. I sat there in shock and frozen. Is something going to happen to me? Am I dying soon? Is my first thought as my tears flowed while trying to remain calm. David and I left after feeling it's the best thing to do first. As I looked up at the sky rushing home, I wanted to take a video of the beautiful sky in case I were to never see it again. I realized the odd pain on the tumor in my throat constricting was caused by drinking and swallowing. Why? Honestly, I don't know. Sometimes we can't explain things about nerves, especially with the cancer I have. When I asked God what's up, I felt Him tell me to rest in Him, and that He will give me peace through it all. He assured me that He is with me, and I don't need to know why, I just need to know Him. But God has been telling me to rest for the past year already, and I thought I was already resting until this time. Naturally, I just dropped everything and spent 2 days lying at home. I didn't really eat because I was afraid. Praying in worship, meditating on God's word, and waiting for the irregularity to leave was the only thing that made sense to me. Because nothing else mattered but Him. If I could not breathe, if I could no longer function properly, what is the meaning of life? When life is out of your control, I can only lean on and trust in God. Because what can a human do? It's only by the power of God that gives us real power, and my courage and faith is just all from Him. Miraculously, the symptoms disappeared, and I could slowly resume to more regular schedule. Dropping everything, even when it comes to editing, filming, or creating, or whatever hobbies I had, just helped me refocus on what truly matters and learn true rest. And thanks to that, I went to one of my favorite places again, West Kowloon Promenade. In this place, everything always feels like it's slowed down. Away from all distractions of life, I learned not to be guilty of resting anymore. He doesn't like to come here because it's far away from everything, but He knew I really needed it this time, so I'm so grateful that He still came to accompany me. September was honestly a very hard month for me. But looking back, I made it through with God, with David, and with my family. And I thank God for all that I have, His presence with me and the people around me. We always focus on the why. We always focus on the problem, when what we truly need is just to focus on the light and on God. Because it removes us from thinking about what we cannot do and realize what God can do in us, through us, and to us, and for us. And I just stopped running after time. Because time is in God's hands, not ours. And I learned, or started to learn, to enjoy rest. If you've watched any of my videos or just know me in person, you know how much I love nature. Ridiculously, and I'd say even dramatically. But I am serious when I say I love nature. It brings me calm, slows me down, and reminds me of the things I can be grateful for in life. And I believe It's peaceful in nature because God created all of this for us to enjoy when we need to take a break from the things of this world. And God's presence of peace is easier to be felt when we're aware of His presence, when we try to be. And I know He connects us to Him if we try. And I just can't help but be thankful for being alive and being able to witness this beauty. And I think it's an honor, really, to be blessed with all of this. And during this season and time, this to me meant actually not just slowing down and doing something, but learning that I can lie down and do nothing, and actually be confident while doing so. God created and He rested. And if even God rests when He created this whole world, why don't we? Our bodies were made and designed to need rest. Through the shaking, we're facing a life and death situation again. I was truly learning deeper how to really slow down, to let go, to trust in God, and to rediscover the true meaning of rest, resting in Him and with Him. And I know I still have so much to learn about it, to actively pursue rest. I want to remember I'm creating and doing this thing not to prove anything to anyone, but I create because I honestly love to and I've always wanted to, because God has given me the heart and the passion to do so, to document life, to share life, to encourage people along the way as they battle something. And for me, it's cancer. But I am confident that God is my healer, that He is a God of miracles. He is for you too. The fact that I am still alive right now is a testimony of His goodness, and I am alive right now because of Him. Maybe I could tell you more even next time. So, what does rest look like to you?